Marlena has participated in several sessions as an advocate. I'm curious, Marlena, what makes a great session when you're participating as an advocate in terms of what the researcher and scientist can do to make it really a really important session for both?
I think it's very important that as the patient, as the advocate, that we just kind of review the poster beforehand just to get a general idea of what will be discussed during the meeting, during the session. And if they come prepared to ask some questions, they may not even know what the words mean on the poster. So that's a question. I think the advocates should come in not feeling intimidated. You don't need a science background to be an advocate. And I think that the advocates should understand that just their experience as a patient will give value to the researcher or scientist so that they can also, the patient will walk away feeling completely confident in being able to engage with the researcher. And then, building a connection and just also building a connection, but making sure you don't ask for medical advice. So,
Right.
you can
That's
tell
very
your
important.
personal story, but not you shouldn't ask for any medical advice. But it's just refreshing, I think, and just out of the norm to be able to speak with a poster author or researcher or scientist, because ultimately the work that they're doing is going to affect patients. And so you work hand in hand, you work together. They affect us, we affect them by being able to ask questions, provide suggestions. So I would say also to come into the session not being shy, but listening and being able to provide some type of feedback.
Yeah, and we often ask patients, we really are encouraging everyone to listen and learn. And we do want patients to share their lived experience. So we purposely don't record these sessions because we want to maintain that privacy. We often get a lot of requests for this, but we don't do that because we really want to make sure patients feel very comfortable sharing. So I can give an example on our first pilot program at the San Antonio Breast Cancer Symposium. I accidentally paired an advocate. Marlena, you might have been in this group, but I paired an advocate with a researcher on a trial that she had participated in. And it was really cool because she was able to really give insights that this researcher was not aware of. And so, that's what we're trying to do. Another example is where a male breast cancer patient was reviewing a poster about male breast cancer, and the researcher had never met a male breast cancer patient, even though that was what he had been studying and working on, never met a male breast cancer patient. So these are the kinds of connections we're hoping to establish. So I think to have a successful session, you've gotten some good tips and recommendations here, but if you do have further questions, you can always email us at grasp@graspcancer.org. And we will also be providing a list of tips and recommendations, and we'll make sure that you have that in writing as well as this recording.